Okay guys, what's up? I don't know how to do these intros. Hey guys, I'm here to try to show off the new Dynamax Adventures addition to the ZUD Plugin. I go by Lucidius89 on PokeCommunity forums. It's the first time I'm doing something like this, live commentary and all that, but it just seemed like it'd be easier to do it this way because there's a lot to explain. Anyway, I'll just jump in the game here. Okay, so basically when you enter Dynamax Adventure, I'm going to use my trusty mailbox here, which I use for all my scripts. And by the way, this update allows you to create your own custom maps that you can make for your own Dynamax Adventures. It's a bit more complicated to make them, so I wouldn't suggest that you jump into that unless you really know what you're doing. It's more on the artistic side though, like if you know how to use image editors, programs, and all that stuff, it should be pretty easy. But there's still some coding involved in terms of like the map coordinates and stuff. I typed up a tutorial that explains all that. I'm going to be posting that soon. But anyway, let's just jump into this. So the first thing you do... Hold on, let me get in the game again. Alright, so the first thing that you do when you enter Dynamax Adventure is that you get the option here to select a certain route of a legendary Pokemon you've already encountered and failed to capture. Obviously by default this is empty since you haven't played it yet, but I have two legendaries here that I've saved the routes to. You can only have 3 routes saved at a time, and if you have another one that you want to save, you have to replace an old one. So I got Zygarde here. I'm going to try that. So let's go and try to beat Zygarde in this Dynamax Adventure. So now you're at the rental screen. You have 3 slots for a rental Pokemon in base essentials. If you're using, oh man, what's his script? If you're using the Essentials Modular Battle Scene, I believe it's called, by Pokeminer, that increases the battle size. You can have up to 4 or 5 battlers at once. If you have that installed, then the default party size for your rental party is 4, but with base essentials it's just 3. So we're gonna build a party here to take on Zygarde. Let's see what would be good here. So as you can see, these rental Pokemon, everything is randomized for them except for there's some things that are standard among all of them. They have the same OT, same ID number. They all have a hardy nature, and they're all the same level. The level scales based on your badge count. 65 is the cap. They all have Dynamax level 5, and all of their IVs are set at 20. So they're kind of middle of the road, decent Pokemon, but nothing insane. The movesets are randomized as well, although they're guaranteed to always have at least one stab move, a support move, and like a coverage move, and then the last move is a little bit more random. So let's see what we got here. What would be good? I think Bronzong might be decent. Does it have Levitate? Yeah. Bronzong might be a decent pick here. It's immune to Zygarde's stab move. It resists Dragon. And it has Reflect, which would be pretty good as a support move. And Body Press isn't too bad considering its high defense. So I'm leaning towards Bronzong being the first member. Oh, and another thing I need to mention is you see on the corner, on the corner of each Pokemon's slot here, there's like a symbol. These symbols represent the EV training that each Pokemon has. This is unlike the main series where you just get, base Pokemon with no EVs. Here, every Pokemon comes with 252, so maxed HP EVs, and then one other stat is maxed. So with Altaria here, that's a defense. That symbol represents defense, so it has 252 defense EVs. This symbol here, like this cross symbol thing, that's like a unique one where it's like they have just 50 EVs spread across all their stats, so it's kind of more of a balanced spread, while this is more of like a specialized spread. So I'm gonna select that. And you can change their EVs while you're on the max layer map if you encounter a certain NPC. So you can kind of customize your party a little bit more. Because like see here, Sylveon has a max attack stat, which is completely useless because it's a special attacker. So you might want to change that if you can to make it a little bit more efficient. Okay, so we have a Bronzong. What else could we bring? I think the Sylveon might be good to bring, actually, even though it has the wrong stat. Because we got Stab, Moonblast. Mystical Fire is nice for the stat drops, and Protect is a good support move. So I'm leaning towards Sylveon here. I'm going to go with that. And then finally, it should be our last Pokemon. We have Conkeldurr. Kind of decent looking. Cannon's not great, but Tailwind's really useful. And it's also immune to ground. Then we have Serperior. Kind of redundant since Bronzong already has Reflect. And Grass isn't the best attacking type. I'm leaning towards Toucannon or Conkeldurr. I think I'm going to go with Conkeldurr because we need more offense, I think. And it has a max attack stat, which that symbol represents, which is super good. I'm kind of a bit worried about it because both Mega Kick and Close Combat have very low PP, so it might not really be useful for long. I'll probably just swap it out. I'll see what we get along the way, and hopefully we can make this work. Let's see. Alright, so we enter the max layer. Got Zygarde as our final boss here. Alright, here we go. So now that we're on the max layer map, let's explain a few things. So you can view your party while you're here. Pretty simple. You can also view the map. Now when you use this feature, it gives you free control over just to scroll through the whole map, and you see like the cursor here turns yellow when you scroll over some stuff. That will, if you press the confirm button while you're hover over something, it'll just give you information about what that particular tile does, like what functions it has. So like you can see here, this is a directional tile. Passing over it will just change your direction. So if you're like here on this tile and you move to the left, it just automatically makes you turn up instead. Pretty basic, but you can combine a lot of these things to make some interesting map designs. While you're scrolling around the map, you can also press the Z key to hide the sprites for all the Pokemon, so you can kind of see the map easier, because the sprites kind of get annoying sometimes, because since they're so large and obtrusive, they kind of cover some areas of the map, so it's good to have that ability to just hide that for a second. So all these characters here, these NPCs, they each have a service they provide you if you happen to encounter them in the map. Like the backpackers here give you items, the nurses heal you, scientists give you the option of exchanging for another rental Pokemon, and then we have a couple unique ones that I added for this. The black belts train your Pokemon, which I was talking about earlier, how every Pokemon has a maxed out stat. If you visit a black belt, he can change the stat that they're maxed out in, so I might go that way actually, so that I can train my Sylveon to have max special attack instead of attack, since that's useless for it. And then there's these ace trainers here. These guys are interesting. They're basically like move tutors. Like they let you select a move to teach one of your Pokemon to like replace an old move, which is kind of useful in some situations. Like if you have a really low PP move and like it's at 0 PP, let's say, it's just kind of dead weight. So you want to replace that with a new move just so you have like something to use and you don't have to struggle or something. Or if you just have a move that sucks for that Pokemon, you can get something better. But it's random, so sometimes you might just be unlucky and she'll offer you a bunch of really garbage moves, in which case it's not that useful. We have a nurse here. That's a very simple one, it just fully heals your party. And then we have a channeler here. Those are interesting. I didn't really think that was going to fit. I wanted some way to... well, let me go back for a second. The 3 hearts you see in the corner of the screen. I mean, if you played the Dynamax Adventures in the main series, you pretty much understand this just by glancing at it. Every time one of your Pokemon is KO'd in battle, you lose a heart. And when all your hearts are depleted, you're kicked out of the lair and you lose. So, since this is like a single player thing for this, since, you know, unlike the main series, we don't have like online or something to play with people, I decided to add an NPC that will give you an extra heart, so you have a way to like recover when you're losing a bit. And that's what these channelers do. When you encounter them, they'll have like some flavorful dialogue, but their main purpose is to just give you an extra heart, really. So that can be really useful. When you're like designing your own maps and stuff, I think it's cool to like hide them behind like a corner where it's like kind of difficult to reach them. You kind of have to go out of your way, but the reward is nice. And that's kind of how I like to place them on my maps. What else we got here? We got berries here. It works the same way as in the main series. These like caution signs, these are roadblocks. How that works is that if you walk over them, it's like basically there's like kind of like HMs where it's like you need like a thing to cross over water or something. It's kind of the same idea. It's like unless you have the specific thing in your party that's required for that specific roadblock, you can't proceed and you'll just have to turn back. An example of this would be like if you might need a fighting type in your team to like punch through a wall, or you might need a Pokemon with max speed to run up an incline for you, or something like that. It's basically type related or stat related. So that's another reason I added this black belt NPC, because like say you hit a roadblock and they're like, you need a Pokemon with max attack to move this boulder, and none of your Pokemon have max attack. If you can just somehow get to the black belt and have them max out one of your Pokemon's attack, you can go through the roadblock. That's kind of the general idea. What else? Oh, these switch tiles, they're very complicated. I don't really feel like explaining them fully in this. I already made a whole guide to explain all that. But basically, the general idea is if you hit a switch, it turns to the on position and it reveals hidden tiles. That, you know, and you can kind of just put any kind of hidden tile you want. Like you can put a channeler somewhere and just hide her, and then when you hit the switch, she appears. I'm not sure why an NPC would just appear if you hit a switch, but you could do that if you want. I usually keep it to like movement, like directional tiles, or like warp tiles are cool to use for that, stuff like that. But you know, you can kind of do whatever you want with that. I think that's enough explaining. Let me just play now and we'll see what happens. So I can go left or right here. That looks like a Carcoal, and I'm assuming this is a Piloswine. Neither are super great. Oh man, I'm tempted to go right because of the black belt, because I want my Sylveon to be better trained, but left is how I get some items on my Pokemon with the backpacker over there. So that's a tricky one. Let's see if I can plan out a route here. So our end target is Zygarde. I definitely don't want Electivire. I definitely don't want Bastiodon or Carkol. So I think this whole route here is just null, because they're all weak to Zygarde. I don't think any of these Pokemon are too useful either. If Greninja has an Ice move, that would be super useful, so I'm kind of tempted to go this route. Maybe even up here for Wishy-Washy, because for another chance for an Ice move. I don't think Scyther would be of any use, so I think I'm going to go this way. Up here, and over here. And then this way I can get a chance to exchange my Pokemon here with the Scientist if I need. Alright, so I think that's the route I'm going to take. Let's start off. Alright, first battle. The first two Pokemon you encounter are always like the weakest ones in the den. Like, you can see they're not even fully evolved. This is just kind of like to ramp you up, basically. You start off kind of with weaklings, and then you get stronger. Alright, so I'm going to start off with a Reflect. Mystical Fire should do decently here. And Fire Punch. Good damage. Alright, we live that. And he's lowering his own stats, which is pretty good. Alright, so now he's at half HP, which activates his shields. In a Dynamax Adventure, all raid Pokemon activate their shields at half HP, and they're always 5 bars. That's I know the max raids that come with this, they kind of scale based on the difficulty of the individual Pokemon, but here it's kind of just static. It's always at half HP and always 5 bars, so that allows you to plan more effectively. Alright, so what am I going to do here? I want to defeat this as quickly as possible. What would be good? Yeah, I'm just going to Body Press. And I think I'm going to Max Flare so that my Fire Punches do more damage. Because of the sunlight, obviously. Oh man, Conkeldurr's taking some damage here. That's not cool. Oh yeah, the weather's not working because there's a bug with the Gen 8 project that I'm using here. Also why the sprites are all misplaced. I'm just too lazy to fix that. So yeah, there's not going to be any weather damage, most likely, but this is just to show off the mechanics. I'm not really too concerned with how accurate it is. Okay, so Max Guard, which is really annoying. Oh, now we got some damage. I wonder why that happens. Alright, so yeah, that should be it. Nothing too tricky here. Basically just spam attacks. And this should kill it. Yep, that's enough. So I'm gonna just throw up a little. So I'm curious to see what moves this Piloswine has, because Conkeldurr is pretty damaged, and I might need to swap it out. Okay, so here we have the exchange screen. I would like to swap. Alright, so unfortunately Piloswine doesn't have an ice move. Oh, he does. It has Icy Wind, actually. Okay. I think that's honestly better than Conkeldurr right now. I'm going to replace it. Let's go for it. Cool. Alright. Maybe I should have... Nah, it doesn't matter, actually. Alright, so I want to go right. I really want to go right, but... The thing is, there's no guarantee Greninja's gonna even have an ice move. You know what? I'm gonna go this way. But I can heal if I go this way. Actually, no. I think this is the better way to go. Here we go. Alright. Yes, I would. So let's train Bronzong. I'm gonna give him some defense training. Yeah. Let's max that stat out here. 33-point increase. Alright. And let's give Sylveon that special attack. Perfect. Alright. Pilus 1 has balance training. I guess attack training would be best because it has high horsepower. Okay, good. So we have a defensive Pokemon, a specially offensive Pokemon, and a physically offensive Pokemon. So this shouldn't be too bad. Scyther, this shouldn't be a challenge. I think I have everything I need to defeat this pretty easily. Yeah, just reflects. Fire, ice, easy. Razor Wind, okay. Lowered speed, it's useful. Let's see. Kind of running low on Mystical Fire. I think I'm gonna just start using Moonblasts. Yeah. Wow. Pitiful damage. Okay. Shields are up. Who should I Dynamax? I don't think Bronzong's in any danger. I don't think anyone's in any danger. Yeah, I guess Sylveon again. No reason not to. I'll use Starfall, even though it's weaker, to preserve some PP on my actual good moves. Since Scyther's not going to take any damage anyway due to the Rage Shield. Okay, Max Guard. The AI has this really annoying tendency to always max guard on the turns that you're Dynamaxed. That's why it's useful to bring if there's like a rental Pokemon with the move Taunt on it, sometimes that's actually useful to bring that. So you can taunt them before their Rage Shield comes up so they can't use Max Guard. Which is really useful because Max Guard just completely wastes your Dynamax turns. Thankfully, Scyther's not really using any good moves here, so this probably shouldn't be any trouble at all. I can just keep spamming, I think. Knuckle? I wonder what move that was. Oh shoot. Oh no. Oh man, I spoke too soon. What's happening here? Oh, wow. I thought that would do a lot more damage. Kill? Oh my god, I'm so lucky. I didn't think that would kill at all. Alright, so we got Scyther. Let's check out its moves. I mean, I know it has Razor Wind and Brick Break, and I think it uses X-Scissor. I don't think any of that's useful though. I think this team we have so far is pretty solid. There we go. Let's check it out here. Calm Nature. Yeah, I'm not feeling this Scyther. I think we're just gonna leave it. Alright. Let's see. So you can see after I passed over that switch, it changed all the switches to the on position here. and a lot of tiles that weren't there before have suddenly appeared. And that's kind of how the switches work. Like there's a bunch of tiles that you have on the map that are hidden, and once you step over a switch, it like reveals them. So there's like a lot of cool possibilities that you can use with that when designing your own maps. What should I do here? I kind of want to get this berry because my Pokemon are a bit weak. But if I do, I can't come back this way because of this directional tile that just appeared from the switch. If I go up, I have a chance of getting Wishy-Washy, which is a good catch because it's pretty strong and it has a good chance of having an ice move on it, because Wishy-Washy's move pool isn't very big anyway. But if I go this way, I have a possibility of getting a heart from the channeler there, and I can get either Blissey or possibly Snorlax, which aren't the best for Zygarde, but they're really bulky, so that might be useful. I mean, this is tricky. I don't know which way I want to go. I think I'm just gonna go for the berry and play it safe. It's more of a gamble, I think, to go for Wishy-Washy. Alright, restored some HP. And just look at my party to confirm here. Back to full. Almost full. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, let's check out this roadblock here. Okay, deep chasm. A flying type may be able to lift me across. I don't have a flying type, so I can't go that way. Which means I only really have one direction to go. Because if I go back this way, it's just going to bounce me back. So I can only really go up. Oh, also, if you notice, whenever I'm moving, all the Pokemon sprites become like transparent. I did that just so it's easier to see where you're going when you're moving. Alright, anyway, I'm just going to go up. This might actually work out for me. I don't know. We'll see. Chansey might have an ice move. But its defense is very bad, so it might not be good for Zygarde. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm going to win. Let's see what happens. Okay. I feel like Reflect isn't really even worth the time here. I think I'm going to just go straight for... maybe I should Iron Defense first to boost Body Slam's damage. Or, not Body Slam, Body Press. I think I should Mystical Fire here just to weaken its special attack a little bit. And I'm gonna Light Screen. Oh man, that's pitiful damage. I think Bronzong's gonna be the one that carries me here. Alright, let's start Body Pressing. And I'm actually gonna go Play Rough because Blissey's defense is just so much lower. It might actually do more damage. Superpower is really interesting here. But the stat drop might not be worth it. Let's just see how much high horsepower it is. I feel like this is gonna be oh, that did a decent amount. Okay. Oh, it does have a nice move. It just used Hailstorm. Okay, alright. This might be viable. Let's see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna just Zen Headbutt to conserve some PP here. And I think I'm gonna Dynamax Piloswine and just use Max Knuckle to get some attack boost here. So that I can hopefully just one-shot this thing after the shield drops. Alright, here we go. Oh, interestingly, Sylveon's the fastest one here. So, next turn, it'll go first with Play Rough and get that last bit of shield HP away. So then Piloswine can just launch a full-powered Max Knuckle without worrying about the shield, which might just outright kill it. So hopefully this works. Alright, I'm not taking too much damage. Cool, cool. Go for it, pile of swine. Just fucking kill this thing. Perfect. Alright. Easy peasy, we got it. Now for the main event. Alright, let's see what this Blissey's got. It has Ice Beam! That's so tempting to take. And Dazzling Gleam. It's like built to battle Zygarde. It has Attack though, as its stat. Maxed out Attack. Let's check this out. It has a Bold Nature though, which is really good. Its defense is still horrid, though. Healer, I don't think will be of any use in this battle. Maybe I'll be lucky in Zygarde, which just have a bunch of special attacking moves. I don't know. Maybe if I use this Blissey as my Dynamax Pokemon, the HP boost will be enough to offset its bad defense. And then I can just launch high-powered Max Hailstorms. I don't know. I mean, what's Piloswine's stats like? I mean, much better defense. Pretty good attack. Honestly, it's not too bad. It's just that Icy Wind is not very strong. I think I might swap. I think I'm just gonna swap. Yeah, let's go for it. We have all three of our hearts, so even if Blissey gets knocked out, we still have a shot. Okay. Let's go for it. Alright, got the big kahuna here. Alright, gonna immediately reflect. And I guess just go for Moonblast, why not, right? Yeah, let's just go for it. Dig, oh boy. Oh, of course he hits Blissey. I might have to just immediately Dynamax here. Well, he hit me before Reflect went up. So even if he hits me now, it should do half. I should like survive with like a quarter of my HP left, maybe a little less. But that's assuming he only hits me once. I just don't want to waste my Dynamax. Like, I don't want to Dynamax Blissey and just have her immediately get knocked out. Maybe I should just go with Sylveon and just use Blissey as backup. And if it gets KO'd, it gets KO'd, whatever. Alright, I think that's the play. Yeah. It's Starfall. And, Misty Terrain reduces Dragon-type damage, right? So, hopefully he'll just use Dragon-type moves, and Blissey can survive those. Yeah, let's just go for it. I'm Dynamaxing before the shields come up, which might not be a good idea. I just was afraid of Sylveon being KO'd early. But I'll still have enough Dynamax turns to blow through these shields. Here we go. Power Construct. Oh boy, now it gets difficult. Alright, Blissey. Oh, of course. He just knows Blissey's the target to hit. This is getting a bit tricky here. Oh, thankfully he just wasted his whole turn with Haze for some reason. Okay, shield is down. We're in a decent position. Alright, Blissey's gonna be back next turn. Did my reflect wear off? I don't even remember. I mean, it's not like Bronzong's going to be doing much damage. Let me just reflect this in case. And Starfall. Nice. Bronzong just taking these attacks like a champ. Look at this. I'm so glad I picked Bronzong. Oh man, I almost got this. I don't even need Blissey. Alright, here we go. Dynamax is out of the equation, but it's fine. We don't have shields anymore to deal with. Yeah, I think that's it. As long as... Oh, of course he max guards. He's just prolonging this. Come on, come on. Alright, now Reflect wore off. I guess might as well just put it back up. Although, I think I win this turn. As long as he doesn't hit Blissey again. Okay, I survived that. Haze, perfect. Moonblast, Ice Beam, and that's game. Awesome. Let's put this one in a... let's put it in a Safari Ball, just for the hell of it. Kind of matches, sort of. There we go. We completed the challenge. So now you're brought to the prize screen, and this is where all the Pokemon you captured during the adventure are displayed here. And you get to pick which one you want to keep, like in the main series. You pick one, and then the rest are just discarded. I mean, obviously I'm going to go for Zygarde here, but I just kind of want to check it out. Oh yeah, and as you can see, when you get to the screen, all the moves that these Pokemon had are reset to what they would be at their level. Okay, so pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm just gonna go for Zygarde, why not? So all your rental Pokemon and the rest of those Pokemon are returned. Oh, I don't want to give it a name. And now I got Zygarde. Let me check my PC here. Alright. Caught it in the max layer. Pretty good Dynamax level. It's almost maxed. And that's it. That was my Dynamax adventure. I'm so glad I actually completed it. And, yeah, I don't really have much else to say. So that's really it. That was just a demo of the Dynamax Adventures update for the ZUD plugin. I hope you liked what you saw. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.